Tonight's post-game show is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Sports Report, Pittsburgh's premier sports publication. Pick up your copy today and visit them on the web at pittsburghsportsreport.com. Chris Shovlin, John Sanders, Ellis Cannon, all back here at Fox Chapel Stadium, where tonight it was all Central Catholic, 49-0. And John, I'm thinking back to the first couple of plays of this ball game, and Fox Chapel kicked off to Central Catholic. They got the long kickoff return, then a 45-yard pass to Nixon to set up the touchdown by Luigi Listabrinza. And I remember saying at that point, it looks like Central Catholic wants to get the deal sealed right here and now, and that's exactly what they did.
And before we go down to Listabrinza, let me ask you one question. Do you think Central Catholic is ready for the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any question. Ellis, what about you?
No, I think that's pretty obvious. I would agree with everybody up there. Guys, the gentleman just went by with Central and just yelled LLB. Well, of course, that's the gentleman right beside me who wears number 22, Luigi Listabrinza. Congratulations, you're a Pittsburgh Sports Report player of the game.
Thank you. It was a great game. Just went out, played hard, followed the lineman, hit the hole, went for my team. So I do.
Well, you're being polite about it. You're a freshman. You've been asked to step in for somebody who's obviously very successful in the running back position, and really things haven't missed a beat. Talk about both the pressure associated with that and then the relief and satisfaction of doing it so well.
It's big shoes to fill. He's a great player. I mean, I love playing behind him. He taught me so much, and I keep getting better every day. He keeps telling me getting better, and he just helps me everything.
6 carries, 130 yards today. That's an average of about 22 and 3 touchdowns. The numbers continue to get well. Obviously, you came in about 600 yards at an average of 6.5. You built off of last week. This team is building every week. Talk about the offense from a team perspective.
It's the offensive line it starts with. We just work hard in practice, keep working hard, and just try to be the best we could be. Be the best dominant unit on the field every time we come out.
Right now, it looks as if both sides of the ball obviously are working quite well. You came in looking for a role, but you've taken it, and I think you've probably created a little bit of assurance for the coaches, knowing that if there's a problem at that spot down the line, they can count on you.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're going to have a problem with Damien in there. He's just a man. He does everything great. He's a great player.
Yeah, I only meant that from an injury standpoint. I totally agree with you. But nonetheless, continued success and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, very good. We're going to come back with Coach Totten in just a moment, but back up to the guys.
All right, Ellis. John, I think it speaks volumes that Luigi comes in there. They don't miss a beat. It doesn't matter if it's Damien or Luigi. That speaks volumes for the offensive line.
It does, because they certainly have done their job, and it doesn't matter. They're about the same size, and they've been able to use both guys. Keep this in mind. Monte Green wound up with about 130 yards tonight. He carried the ball 25 times. That young man we just talked to carried it only 6 times.
Well, that does speak volumes about the two sides of this football game here tonight. And again, let's go to Ellis Cannon with Coach Totten this time. Ellis.
Coach Totten showing the humility that he did at halftime, asking if I'd one of the offensive coaches. Not surprised in light of how he handles business. Coach, congratulations. I know I overheard you talking to the players there in the huddle. Now it starts.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we know we're going into a second season, if you will, and it's a grind, and find out Monday where they pair us. But at this point, everybody's good around here, and you know how it's been in the past. The 5th, 6th seeds have jumped up and knocked people off, and that's just Western Pennsylvania football. So you got to be ready every week.
Let's talk about Listabrinza just for a second. Obviously, he has stepped in, and as the guys upstairs just said, not missing a beat. He's saying, look, it's the offensive line. Clearly, they've gelled. Coming into this season, there was a question about their experience, so you've got to be feeling good regardless of who's back there right now in light of how the O-line's pushing people around.
Yeah, he's a tremendous kid with a great work ethic and a very big personality. He's just infectious on this football team, and he has been since fall camp. Just kept moving up the ranks. That offensive line, there are kids out there that had their first starts this season. So we are pleased with the way they're playing, but you know how it is. You just got to stay on them. They're 16, 17-year-olds. You have to keep getting better or you're not going anywhere.
That's right. It sounded like a parent, like we all are, for coaching at any level. Coach, I want to ask you, though, about what tonight meant. Clearly, you pointed out at halftime you had some advantages over Fox Chapel, some challenges that they had. Still yet, for the execution to be where it was in the first half, I suspect you're loving that going into next week.
Yeah, I think you alluded to it. There was a big play on special teams. There was a big play on the defense. There was a couple big bursts on the offense. So we came out with looked like good legs, and we were moving the football around and doing some great things. So, yes, pleased that we got out early.
You did get out early, and of course the clock was running the entire second half. You got some young kids in. There's always a lot of value to that, isn't there?
Yeah, it is a great feeling to put 78 football players into a game.
Yeah,
believe me.
they're putting a lot of the work in that
That's
people
right.
don't see.
Like-
Coach, congratulations. Best of luck in the playoffs. I'm sure we'll catch you down the road.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the coverage.
All right, you're welcome. Coach Totten, a big night, 49 points for him. 0 for the other guys. We could have spent even more time. I don't know what side makes them happier in light of how that defense has been playing. We talked about this earlier, giving up 9 points a game coming in. Obviously, that gets lowered based on tonight. It's very difficult to run on this team right now. They came in allowing less than 3 yards a carry. We saw it tonight, 28. Monte Green, he was fighting to the end. And I do think we need to point that out. He was fighting to the very end for every yard running into guys. It just wasn't going to happen tonight. Just not enough weapons against this outfit on either side of the ball.
No, you're absolutely right, Ellis. They were outmanned in this football game as we kind of supposed that they would be. And unfortunately, that's been the case all year, John, for Fox Chapel.
Well, it's been a long year for them, but keep in mind they went through the injury problems where they were missing 7 starters. He's had to use junior varsity players. They have just kind of scrapped their way through the season. They did get that one victory, and thank goodness for that. That's about all you can say. You knew tonight they were going to have a problem.
Ellis, they finished proud, but Central Catholic gets to roll on next week.
Yeah, they do. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of anticipation. North Allegheny in the mix at the top of the chart as well when it comes to the 4A league. So there's going to be a lot to get excited about. I'm glad you brought up Coach Deal. We all know he's a class act in every single way. He wanted to see a proud performance tonight. Didn't quite get it in some respects. Perhaps he got it in others. Best of wishes to him in the program as well.
Okay, just a couple of programming notes for you. If you want to figure out where Comcast is going to be for the playoff game
Let us
next
know.
Friday night. Yeah, you tell us. No, in all seriousness, check out our Facebook page because we will post it on our Facebook page. You can also go to the Pittsburgh Sports Report and PittsburghSportsReport.com because they'll have it posted there. And the WPIL's official website will also have it. So that's how you'll find out where to go next week.
Okay, well, he called it the second season. We're all ready for the second season,
We
right?
are ready. And Central Catholic is too. 49-0. They win here tonight at Fox Chapel Stadium, where we are told they will play next week in the first round of the playoffs. And that's it for our post-game show brought to you by the Pittsburgh Sports Report, Pittsburgh's premier sports publication. Pick up your copy today and visit them online at PittsburghSportsReport.com. Tonight, the Comcast Papa John's Pizza High School Football Game of the Week presented by the Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School goes to Central Catholic 49-0. They beat Fox Chapel.